you have to play exciting music, but you yourself don't necessarily have to be excited. If it means that you lose control, emotions are a fundamental part of music, but it's not all what music is. What we are concentrating on now is the delivery of the goods. We have worked with our technical aspect, we have found solutions, and we know we have tested them in every recording, we know they work. Then we spend some time in exploring the why, the meaning of music. Why was it written this way? Why are we doing this piece? And all the subtleties of character development, storytelling, color variation, dynamic control, all that constitute what we call artistry in performing, where the sound really becomes art in motion, sound in motion to trigger thoughts and ideas, emotions and sensations. And so you have done all that work, and now comes the next one. And the next one is about how you are going to become a vessel of music, and you become the bridge that connects the great creativity of composers. You impregnate that with your well-informed personality and ideas, and you deliver that to the audience. But a performance is not for you. It's an act of service. It's an act of giving your work to others to enjoy music as much as you have. And therefore, there's a kind of a humble aspect of this, that the sooner you learn, the better musician you'll be. Performing music is an act of service. That's the importance of listening to music, because that's a place where you can truly abandon yourself to your emotions, your thoughts. You can be carried on this adventure that each composer has created to you as a listener, as an audience. But when you're a performer, you are the river that carries the water from the mountains to the ocean. You shape it, you affect it, you influence it. But ultimately, your job is to tell the ocean what the mountains are saying. And I think that is a very humble service that we provide, and it's a service of beauty. So what do you need to do for that? Particularly for young players, and certainly I teach these, I encourage my students to not improvise on performances. You deliver what you practiced. So if you came up with a very brilliant plan where you are controlling everything and you are being creative on the second phase, and you are coming up with a musical plan that is beautiful, you have all these characters, what makes you think that when you are nervous and under stress, cold and hungry, you're going to come up with something better than what you did on the solitude of your practice room? The reality is that it might happen, but in my experience, I won't put my career at risk for that. Not initially, anyway. I would just first, I think a very good goal for a young musician is to deliver what you practice. If you can play exactly 100% as good as you did in your practice room, then you're in really good shape. Then you might find that music, like every other performing music, like every other artistic endeavor that happens in time, there are going to be surprises. Somebody's going to take a little bit different tempo, and you're going to be flexible. Somebody's going to come up with a thing that never happened. Magic does happen in performances, but I won't invest all my energy and my work on that. I don't think it's wise. I think it's much wiser to initially, at least, be certain that you are delivering what you practice. That's a fundamental principle of delivering high-quality performances, especially if you are practicing in competitions or auditions where you are going to be judged. And so a small, minute thing that might not mean that much, it could be fundamental and the reason why you get eliminated in a competition or an audition for a job in an orchestra. So I would say, at least initially, for a young musician, the goal should be give to the audience what you practice. Okay, number one.